another unboxing. What's going on, everyone? I did not think I was gonna be here unboxing this, but as I stated in my previous video on the AirPods Pro Gen 2 edition, which by the way, that video should be out by now. Absolutely love these things. They're not like the best headset in the world. The passive audio on these AirPods are crazy. Like, it legit almost sounds like you have no AirPods in when the passive audio comes through, which is my favorite other than the case where you can find the case and the speaker on it. Go ahead and check that video out. Love these things, love these things. So that's gonna tie into what we have here today. Let's just unbox it. So if you can't tell, I got the Apple Watch Ultra, guys. I did it. I did it. I know I shouldn't have did it. A lot of people are talking about, is it worth the money? Is it worth getting over the Series 8? I do have a Series 7 on my wrist at the moment. I've been enjoying my Apple Watch. The Series 7, I love it. It looks sleek. I got the all black with the Nomad sports band here. Absolutely love it. My favorite band on any smartwatch that I've had, and I'm probably gonna put it on this watch regardless of the band that I got with it. This is a sleek, all black, sporty look. This is obviously gonna give you a lot different look than what the Ultra is gonna give. I don't know if it's gonna fully replace my Series 7. I might still use my Series 7 for a slimmed down version of the Apple Watch when I don't want something maybe so bulky. I don't know, maybe I'll love this watch so much I'll never take it off. I was heavily on the fence of not getting this. At first I was like, all right, cool, battery life for almost 3 days, the bigger screen and the longer battery life, and obviously being made out of titanium. So those are the 3 things that really caught my eye. Everything else is kind of under the bridge for me. But with my job, being outside and doing labor tasks, my physical activities, being in the gym and out and about in the wilderness and camping and all that stuff, I thought about it a little bit and I was like, you know what? I think I could do with that titanium body, because the one thing I do see with this watch over time, it being this rounded edge and being all black, I could see it getting worn down. I could see it getting scuff marks. I could see the screen getting all these micro scratches, and the battery life too. I do not like having to charge my watch every single day. It would be nice not to. It'd be for any device who wants to charge a device. So having a smart watch that will last more than a day was a benefit for me. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm just gonna unbox this. Well, there's only one size you can get of the Ultra. It's the 49mm titanium case with the green Alpine loop. Typical unboxing, just like the Series 7, you get these weird flaps here, and then it's gonna unbox to some mountainous...
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I'm not talking to you, so you shouldn't understand. You're gonna be greeted into the wilderness of snowy mountaintops with a hint of Apple Watch Ultra. So here we are with the infamous unboxing that I've seen 1,000 times, that is on every short video that is promoted to me in every regular video. And here I am doing the exact same thing. What a sheep I am. Now, they do have a booklet here that doesn't come with any other the Series 7s or 8s. So this does show you like a quick walkthrough of what the watch has to offer and the features and all the buttons and all that good stuff. So it is good to take a quick look at this stuff because they did put the time and energy to put it in here. That's in here. I do like that. Nice little touches. This is the box, the Ultra. So it looks real nice. So as you can tell, it has the full outline of the Ultra, and they even give a little nice highlight to that orange button that they got. And then the green Alpine loop. The more iconic Alpine loop is the orange one. They didn't offer that. I would have got the orange one over the green one. It is a very subtle look, which I don't mind. And that is all that is in the box. So this is a quick view of the mountaintops. I don't know what mountaintops these are. Now, the one thing that I've seen with these videos on the Alpine loop, which I wasn't sure which size to go with, so they do have a small, medium, and large. Make sure you get the right size, because what happens is if you get something that's not quite the right size, the titanium loop sits on the bottom of your watch and it will scrape things and stuff like that. I ended up going with the medium, so I'll probably have some better insight once I unbox this and put it on. It gives you some instructions on how to install the bands. Now, that's another great thing of why I got the Ultra. I was able to transfer over my bands. So they are compatible with the Series 7, Series 8, whatever band you got, you can transfer it over to now the Ultra. And here we are with the Alpine band. Nothing else inside. Nope. Definitely feels quality. Unhooking and hooking is as easy as slipping it right in, and then there you go. So this one is, I guess, primarily was advertised towards like hikers. This was like the hiker-esque band. Then they had a water-esque band, and then they had like another one, I don't know, a runner band, I guess. So I don't know how often I'll wear this green band, but it is a neutral color, so it's not gonna pop out too much. You can wear this on like an everyday wear. Designed by Apple in California, and these are, I'm assuming, the coordinates to the building that is in California. Wonderfully upgraded cable here. So unlike their previous watches, like my Series 7 that I got, you just got a standard Apple cable. But because you got the Ultra and you spent almost the price of a phone on your watch, they gave you a nice little upgrade. It's just funny how certain devices, they'll treat you with certain upgrades over some other ones. Like you get an iPhone that's $1,200. Did they give you a braided cable? No. But for whatever reason, you get an Ultra, they're like, yeah, you know what? We'll spend the time to give you a braided cable on this one. But nonetheless, you get an upgraded braided cable. I like it. Nice. Should be with every device. And here we are with the watch. So everyone talks about how big it is and the weight and all that stuff. So it's definitely heavier than the Series 7. I'll give it that. But it's not as heavy, I guess, as I thought it would be. Wow. So that is one thing I will say. You'll have a lot more appreciation for this thing when it's in hand. The flat screen just gives it this real nice, clean, flush look. I don't know, I really like that flat screen aspect of it. Now, I'm someone who likes to have an all black type look. Another thing I wasn't a big fan of was like this button being orange. I know it's like a little hint, but I don't know. I'm simple, I don't like colors like that, but it adds an iconic look. Everyone's gonna know what it is, but this thing is definitely sexy in hand. Like I have a lot more appreciation for it being in hand than in videos. I have the 45mm size for the Series 7, and that was their biggest size that they had out. There was actually a lot of people who thought the 45mm on the Series 7 would have been too big for them for the screen over the, what is it, the 43 or 44, whatever it is. The screen is not really that much bigger. Like it really just comes down to the housing of the watch that makes it feel a little bit bigger. Obviously with the crown guard here, this is the thing that makes it, I guess, seem a little bit bigger because this protrudes out. If you're someone who rocks a 45mm watch, this is not gonna be that much of a difference to where you're like, yeah, I can't handle this. This is too much for me. Obviously, the main difference comes down to the thickness. So the thickness obviously is gonna come down to it having that almost 3-day battery lifespan. So as you can see, the screen here has a lip here, and then you have the body that is like the watch. If you were to raise the screen just a little bit, you would literally have the watch Ultra. It is a little bit bigger all around, but it's really not as drastically bigger as some people make it out to be. Something different about having a flat screen rather than like these rounded edges here. Now these rounded edges, you're gonna be more prone to scratching the screen and hitting it up against things rather than the Ultra here that has the flat screen. It does have a little bit of a lip here of the titanium bezel, which is gonna help protect it from whacking it up against things. So on the edge here, you are protected from the screen. Unlike the Series 7 or Series 8, you have the screen that bends over on the side here. That was one aspect that I was leaning into why I wanted this watch, is the durability. I mean, this thing is made out of titanium. I mean, stainless steel is like their higher end watch, which is pretty much the same price almost as the Ultra. So if you're looking on getting a stainless steel style watch, you might as well look into getting the Ultra. I mean, get that battery life, get that flat screen, get that action button if you want it. A lot of upgrades with the Ultra over, you know, a standard Series 7 or Series 8. Of course, you get the upgraded temperature sensor in the Ultra with the Series 8 over the Series 7 that I have. That's not for me personally on why I would upgrade. Why I upgrade, like I said, battery life for one, durability for two. This thing is made out of titanium and the sapphire glass to help with the scratching. And then obviously content for the channel. It's Apple season, you gotta have some stuff. So I've watched people do day in the life of the Ultra, and they get just just over 2 days. It seems to be the standard at the moment, maybe 3 depending on how you use it. So once you got it hooked, you're just gonna pull this tab obviously to find your right sizing. So it looks like we might have the right size, because a lot of people, like I said, people who got the wrong size would complain about this right here, this titanium buckle would be more so in the center of their wrist. I don't know what size my wrists are, but I don't have the biggest wrists, so medium is what I got. One thing I don't like, I'll say, I don't like how much it protrudes out on the sides, on this top part at least. I feel like it's really popping out here on the top. I don't know if you see, I don't know if the video's doing any justice. There's a lot of gap going on right there. I don't know. Just doesn't sit flush on the top. With this band, I'm gonna have to get this set up. I'm gonna have to test this out and see what I like about it, don't like, all that stuff. We might do a day in the life, but with it on wrist, I do like the size. Really like the size. It looks like this is probably the perfect size for me on a watch screen. I wouldn't want it any bigger or any smaller. This thing's gonna stand out for sure. There aren't very many watches with this shape that have this size of a screen and look this heavy duty. So people are gonna know, and if they don't know, they're gonna ask. If that's something that you're into, you want something to stand out, you want that wow factor, this watch has it. And there's a lot of customization you can do with it. So a lot of different bands you can put on. Like I said, if you're someone who has the Apple Watch ecosystem, I'm pretty sure you have multiple different bands. I don't really have any flaws other than, at the moment, other than I wish the orange accents weren't there. I'm not a big fan of these orange accents, but what are you gonna do? Let me get this all set up. We'll see what this is all about. We're gonna see what this thing is so ultra. And that's another thing too. What is with Apple and Samsung switching the names over? Like now Samsung's going Pro and then now Apple's going Ultra. Like I don't, what is this? Are their phones gonna be called Ultra instead of Pro? It's too confusing, it's too much. Too many Ultras and Pros, and I don't know, stick with the Pro or stick with the Ultra. I don't know why you guys keep flip-flopping.